Are you sure I don't know you? You look familiar, more so than
You are
before.
correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my
You're a
past. If
liar!
I look familiar, it is because we have met
Because I'm
before,
sure no
at the
one else
Enclave
on the
on
ship is
Dantooine,
going to
many
lie
years
to
ago.
me about their
As on
past and
Coruscant,
completely who they are as a human
Force-sensitive
being.
children are taken to
Looks
Dantooine
directly
as
at
well,
him.
though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us how to move within the Force and see it flow within others. How to see it in the behaviors of others and use that sight to achieve truth. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable,
We're throwing
but not a
shade at
leader,
Master Rook.
not a mentor. You were different. We
Wow.
could all feel it. And I knew that if I were to have a
Poor
master,
Master Rook.
I would want it to be you.
It's
He
not
gets
his
no
fault
love.
he's
You went to
bald.
war. Many Jedi went to war,
It's the
and the
whole reason
Jedi
everyone hates
Masters
him. It's
proclaimed
because
that you
he's
were
bald.
Jedi no longer.
Bald!
Beatrice, the mistress of the
Bald!
Archives, was first among them.
They give
I
children
knew at that
nightmares.
moment
The lack of
that if
hair
you would no
follicles
longer be a
upon one's
Jedi,
skull
then you must be
is
corrected.
traumatizing.
I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path. And in any
Poor,
event,
poor Rook.
there was no one to train me,
Poor
even though I
Rook,
wished
yeah.
it. They all
It's
went
just
to
like my
war as
grandpa,
I grew
because he was
past the age
bald.
of acceptance.
Were children terrified of him too?
I took advantage of him, I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite things I
Oh.
used to do, so in the house that him and my grandma lived in, their front door was right at the was right in front of the end table, and so my grandpa would be facing his back to the front door. So one of my
Oh.
favorite things to do was to say like, "Okay, I'm gonna go outside." So I'd shut the door, I'd creep up behind him, and I'd kiss the top of his head.
Oh, that's
and
adorable.
then and then he'd be like, "You bitch me." I'm like, "I didn't bite you." He's like, "Yes, you did." Then he looks at his dog Candy. He's like, "Candy, bite her."
Oh my God.
Of course, the dog never did, but yeah, so that was what I used to do to my grandpa. I would give him secret kisses, and he would retaliate by trying to order his dog to bite me.
That seems like a fair exchange. That seems fair.
Just anyways.
But the Force, the
Hmm.
path to Jedi, you abandoned it? So you turned away from the Jedi, the Force, because of me?
Is that a shipping thing or?
I don't know. Well, you really don't get shipped with anyone in this game, which is probably one of the reasons I like it. I can just go and save the galaxy, and I don't have to deal with all this drama of picking who on the ship who wants to be shipped with me. I really do not care.
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you.
Oh,
And
for
so I
crying out loud.
decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be
Oh.
lost.
I taught you one time, and you're all this?
Oh my
I can't
gosh.
stand hero worship. It makes me gag.
Oh really?
Yes, I hate it. I'm like, I am a person just like you. I have many faults. I make many mistakes. I have bad days. Stop it.
There's only one perfect person, and that was our savior.
Exactly. Don't put me
It's
on a
sweet.
pedestal because it will crack underneath me very quickly within 5 minutes.
For me, it'd be like a second.
I'm not
My
talking about my
pedestal would not
weight.
be. No, I mean mine, girl. Mine wouldn't even stand for a second before, like, I'm on the floor, like,
Oh,
yep, told you guys.
you're just made out of stainless steel. It'll hold up. It's fine.
Let's see.
I'm sorry that leaving for war had such consequences on your future. It's not my intention to leave, but I had to. It's good you turned from the weakness and hypocrisy of the Jedi as I did.
Oh gosh, we're not doing that.
I
Like
had to do creepy
good
voice.
gravy. Creepy voice is creepy.
I'm sorry that my leaving for war had such consequences on your
Perhaps.
future.
I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
I could train you to feel the Force again.
It is not time.
I'm not ready yet. Okay. If you were once a Jedi, what were you doing for the Republic
I
then?
am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of
I'm
several
a
tasked with
spy.
attempting to contact any remaining Jedi and convince them to return to the Republic.
Why'd they choose you?
I know something of the Jedi. I have
I
studied
choose
them
you,
for a good portion
Mikkel.
of my life. And now that they are gone,
Go retrieve
such
Jedi.
studies are even more important.
Go find the Avatar and restore your honor.
Just need to give him a
I do not
scar and
think
he's
it
good
is
to
a
go.
matter of luck or chance. Only my own inability
And a lovable
to find
uncle.
Them. While the Enclave trained me for
Yes.
many things,
Lovable uncle.
I'm afraid that the life of a bounty hunter was not
Speaking
alone.
of
I
Iroh,
suspect
someone
my
was
turning
telling
away
me
from the
something really
Force is
cool
also
about
a
him the other
hindrance in
day.
such cases.
Oh, what?
I imagine the Jedi would be easier to find if they still maintained
I think it was
mighty
my
connections to
brother.
the Force.
Uncle Iroh, he learned
There's something of a
how to
mystery why they would
bend
exile themselves as
with
they have.
like
It
with
is
the
not the way of the
techniques
Jedi to
of
vanish
the
in
earth
such a
and
way,
air
especially
and
when the Republic is
water
in need of them.
benders.
I fear
Yeah,
that there is
he
something
did
So
else
all
at work.
the
so
different
Something we
ones.
technically,
cannot
he
see.
mastered
And
them
again,
all.
perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many
Well,
people hate
he
them
got the
these
technique.
days.
He couldn't bend the other ones, but
Well,
he knew the
no, but
techniques.
yeah, it's
It
still
is
really
difficult
cool
sometimes for the Jedi to see such
that he
things,
saw
since
value
much of
in
it
the
is
other
rooted in human
benders
nature, and the Jedi
Exactly.
are often
I
and
really
unable to
saw
wonder
their
embrace daily
strength.
life.
what
Consulate
happened to
that the
him or what
reason the Jedi
experiences he
Civil
had
War was
because the
named
Fire
so
Nation seemed
was because
really to
few in the
be
galaxy can
very
recognize
pro
the
Fire
difference
Nation,
between
which
the
is okay to
Sith
be patriotic of
and
your
the
nation,
Jedi.
but it's
To
just like
them, they are
they
both Jedi,
they
with
did
different
such awful
philosophies.
things to the other nations, and it's just like what did Iroh go through that he saw the value in other ones, that
Hmm.
he would go out of his way to learn them and use them in his own attacks and everything.
Not always. Jedi often fall
Like, it's
through their characters,
amazing.
but that is
That's why he's one of
Mhm.
my that's why
hey,
he's one of my favorite
Jedi are not
characters.
end. They are yet all. It is
We
Heck,
difficult.
already
that's
talked
why
about
The
this.
problem
America
is
is
my own,
inspired
I
by
fear.
him.
I harbor
Especially
doubts
the tea part.
concerning the Jedi.
Oh my gosh,
Many
yes.
Jedi defied the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War. There is no blame. All must
We already
accept.
had this
Maybe, perhaps there was
conversation.
some
Yeah, I
escape.
thought so too.
It is possible that training must be embraced by both student and teacher. It is unfair to blame the teachers for the choices of the students. The Jedi teachings when one faces battle are often inadequate for the brutality of what must be done. Yes, their teaching lacks strength, and in their weakness, their hesitation lies death.
Ooh. I wonder what's the correct answer here.
Well, I pick. It is unfair to blame the teachers for the choices of their
I
students.
believe you are right.
Mm-hmm.
The students made their own choices, as much as the histories tell us. Perhaps I judge the masters unfairly, yet I still wonder why they did not rise to stop such threats earlier, or if they simply did not see them.
It kind of reminds me of that conversation with Malik and Revan at the end. Because, like, really, like, yeah, someone can influence you, like, like with really bad things in the
Mm-hmm.
past, but ultimately you make your choices. Like,
There's personal responsibility.
mm-hmm. It's like those horrible cases of, like that horrible child stuff. Like, yes, you can go through a horrible experience and then repeat that process, but that's ultimately has to be like that person and that
You have the power
responsibility
to
of that
break this
person.
cycle.
Exactly. So, and it can be done and such. And so many other like examples in life. So, yeah.
I like this answer, but I'll read all the other ones. And I'll read the
Mhm.
one that I pick. Sometimes a
Okay.
teacher must stand back and allow their students to face their own challenges if they are to grow. It's a fair question. I do not know the answer. It is more likely they were blinded to it, blinded by Jedi arrogance. What other truths could there be? Maybe those same teachers understood the dark side and let their students drown in threats to make them strong. But the one I pick is Should they have punished the students for choices they hadn't made yet?
That is a good point. Perhaps it is not the
Hmm.
perception of a potential danger that is to blame. Then what is the answer? There may be none. Regardless, thank you for discussing this with me. Speaking of, it eases the burden.
You're welcome, Mickey.
I'm glad to
Again,
help.
I thank you. It has been long since I was able to speak to one who knows the Order and its philosophies.